Hi, today I'm doing a collab with Andy Dustuff and Leanna Dalton. They sent me they sent me this palette and the cream shadows from Sydney Grace, and we all have this palette. And they shared oh my god, they shared the wealth with me, and there are all of these beautiful Sydney Grace cream eyeshadows. So what are we doing? We are going to be collabing using this. And the only rule is to use an all matte eyeshadow palette, I think, but I don't have an all matte eyeshadow palette. And to use the cream thing. I don't think that's a deal breaker. So hopefully not, because I'm cheating, but I will only use the mattes in the palette that I chose, which I'll tell you in just a second. My brows are from this morning. I washed my makeup off and came home to do this collab from work. So this is the second makeup of the day, and it's after work. It's 5:30, and I was at work. I went to work I showed up around 6, so I'm gonna use this primer. If you guys don't know Leanna or you don't know Andy, you should go check them out. I'm sure that you do know them because how could you not have makeup on the side of my face? I got distracted. This eye primer is the Sandbar Shadow Light Long Wear Eyeshadow Primer. It's okay. If you don't like a tacky base and you also like something that's a little moisturizing, then you'd probably like that. Anywho, for the palette, I chose the Gemini because, well, it has all these beautiful greens and the black, and I thought it would be a good palette for the Sydney Grace cream shadows that I have. So yeah, I am thinking that I'm going to go into Bonnie, which is the black, because why not? I wanted this palette for so long, you guys, but I don't use it that often. I don't understand why, because it is a stunning palette. I think it's because of the shimmers, actually, because it's only 2 shimmers, and they're not anything to write home about kind of shimmers. So I think using the Sydney Grace cream eyeshadow with this palette will be a good combo. I really do like Melt. You guys, I did end up ordering the Rust palette on their sale, and then several lippies, because their bullet lipsticks were $5 a piece, and I was like, I have to. I wanted to order more palettes, but I didn't, you guys. And what I really want is the Bailey Syrian palette and lippies and the glitter gels, and oh my god, I want it so bad. I'm not, which I knew about that, right? That it that stuff. And so what do? I go and I order lippies and a Rust palette. Should I have maybe spent that $75 towards what I really, really wanted? Probably. It's a problem, but I justified it because it was on sale. I don't know. I may still end up eventually purchasing those. So I'm gonna go into Leo. Because I really like Melt. And I think that that palette is like a beautiful, ugly, grungy palette. You know how, no shade to this palette because it's a beautiful palette, but both of these palettes are beautiful. The Huda Grunge and what's the other one? The Blend Bunny Grunge, Sugar and Grunge palette. No shade to those, but like, you know what's grunge? Is the Bailey Sarian palette from Melt. That is grunge. That was a nailed, like, yeah. Anyways, my opinion, I know. But when I think of grunge, that is 100% it. And I really want it. I really want it. I don't need it, but I want it. And I may get it, you guys. I may get it. How many times am I going to say that? See, I think what I'm trying to do is talk myself out of it, or have you talk me out of it. I don't know. But like, look, I just love Melt so much. And Melt does grunge shadows like phenomenally. Like, Melt is grunge, in my opinion. So I'm going to go into Fire OG. Did you know that these palettes were, I think, $30 for both of them, the Gemini and the Gemini 2? I about died when I saw that price. Like, oh my gosh, like, are you shitting me right now? I already have them. You know what's kind of funny? Kind of. I don't know. I think it's funny. Amy, you know, she does makeup. And every time I get a Melt palette, she's like, it's so ugly. It's the ugliest thing ever. She does not do grunge. Like, she'll do purples and reds and oranges and pinks, but she does not do greens at all. And she really doesn't do like any neutral colors. And she does not think that any of the Melt palettes are pretty. She did the one that Andy sent me. I'm just going to go in between the shadows now. The one Andy sent me, the Morte. I said it wrong. I know. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. She's like, that is the only Melt palette that I've seen that is semi pretty. Yeah. I find it kind of funny. I think my dog is trying to get into the cat litter box. Hey, hey! 100%. I bought an automatic cat litter box to keep her from eating too much poop. But she has figured out how to open the door where the poop goes. Yeah. That's what happens when you buy. That's what happens when you get a little chihuahua. They just want to eat poop. Why? I don't know. I'm going to go into Mochi. Is that how you say it? I don't know. This one. This palette was like super raved about for so many years. I didn't get it until after the hype like kind of died down. Like big time, because I have the new packaging, clearly. I bought it way after that, but I wanted it so bad during all that hype. And that was when I really could not afford like a Melt palette. But it was also back in the day when Melt never did sales. Do you remember that? Like, or am I just like tripping? Because I swear Melt like didn't do sales, like ever. Amy got the job. I think I said that. She will be starting really soon on the 11th. I am pre-filming this, so she's already started by the time you've seen this. It'll be so nice to both be on day shift. Hasn't been like that for many, many years. We've kind of swapped back and forth on schedules, but predominantly I've been the one on knock or swing and Amy on day. But yeah. Okay. I think I'm feeling this. I have this splotch right here, and it was showing up this morning too. Like something's wrong with my skin or something. Anyways, that was so easy and like fun. I love Melt so much. Have only used one of the Sydney Grace cream eyeshadows, and I forgot what it's called. It was one that Andy also sent me, and I loved it. Really, really, really did enjoy that one. So I am going to go into this cream shadow, and it is called Dragonfly. Oh, so freaking pretty. Oh, I'm so excited that we're doing this collab, you guys, because I am now putting this on my eyeball, and it's giving me just yes, bitch, yes. Like, do you see that? I cannot with it right now. And again, it's like, why don't I pull these out and use them? Because they are really, really good. When I wore the one that I have worn, I had no issues with like fading or creasing or any of that. Oh my gosh. This is just stunning. Oh, I'm so happy. Thank you, Leanna and Andy, for being awesome and inviting me to your collab. Also sending me these stunning shadows. Just, okay. I also think that I'm going to go into Indecisive, which is this one right here. It looks kind of similar to the Dragonfly, huh? That's fine. It is a little darker, and you can tell a little bit. But it is like in the same like color scheme. I'm just taking the brush with the black on it and just kind of patting it on, because I don't want like, when I reach back into the black, I don't want super intense like lines, you know. I kind of want to blend it in just a little bit. I've been noticing that I've been kind of failing at that, and I am not enjoying the way that it looks when I don't like kind of push into the shimmer and make it kind of, I don't know, fade a little bit. If any of that makes any sense, I don't know. This is what Melt needed. This Gemini palette, it needed those shimmers. Like this, like I said, I love that Gemini palette, but I don't reach for it very often because I think because of the shimmers, honestly, or lack of shimmers, really. Holy moly, that is stunning. I also think that I am going to go into Cookie Bake Off, which is like a white, and I'm gonna use it. Oof. That is like a stark white, you guys. You have to be super, super like light-handed, or these go a very long way. They're very pigmented and creamy, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Be careful when you use them, because a little goes a long way. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't use a lot of cream shadows, so I am not like super versed on them. Quite frankly, most of the cream shadows that I have used, haven't liked. Until I tried the Sending Grace ones, and then I was like, huh, is this what a cream shadow is supposed to be like? Like, okay, I see now why people like them. Oh, I'm loving this. What are you thinking? Do you like it? I like it a lot. Think I'm gonna use the same brush. I'm just gonna wipe it off on my pajama pants. I think I'm gonna go into this one right here because I want to just use a bunch of shadows. It's called Awkward Silence. It's kind of more pinky than what I was thinking. Well, I think it goes. Maybe it is more green. Oh, so pretty. This one has bigger flakes of glitter in them, and I really love that. I want to try the Sydney Grace cream multi-chromes. Like, that's on my list of trying, because I think that it would probably be really good. You know, I haven't tried a lot of Sending Grace. The Sending Grace I have tried has all been gifted. Leanna gifted me a highlighter, which I love. It's stunning. And Andy and Leanna did this. And then I also have tried a couple of eyeshadow singles. And I just feel like their quality is just so consistent, so stunning, so just, I don't know how to describe it. Like, it's really freaking good quality for, and I don't know, okay? Just ignore me. I'm gonna throw some of this Cocoa Glow on my face. This was sent to me from Leanna too. I think a bunch of my stuff has come from like my friends here on YouTube, and I am so utterly grateful to have such amazing friends. Like, the people I have not ever met on YouTube have been more generous than the people in my life that I do now, like in real life. It's like, whoa, mind blowing. Okay, I know I'm all over the place. I'm gonna use this Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation because I'm trying to like find a way that it's good. So here we go. I use that creamy shadow and one squirt. I know that I'm doing my face. Why not? Bear with me. Maybe you want to just hang out. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay. Maybe this is too much, but you know, I work in an elementary school, and I caught a student in one of the bathrooms. He'd come out and he looked kind of lost, nervous, scared. I don't know, like he just wasn't doing very good, right? And I'm like, "Are you okay?" And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, "Are you sure?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "What's wrong?" Because I could tell, like, stop lying to me now, okay? Like, I'm feeling that you're lying. So I'm like, instead of like asking, "Are you all right?" or whatever, it's just like, "What's wrong?" And he looks down at his feet, and I look down at his feet, and there's poop. And I was like, "Oh." And he's like, "I had an accident." And I said, "Okay, that's fine." He's like, "Can I go to the office?" And I'm like, "Absolutely." So I radio the office, sending in a fourth grader who had an accident. Okay, fine. It happens sometimes. Like, I feel really bad for the kid. Like, it's embarrassing. But, shit happens, literally. And I get a radio call that says, "Hey Ash, do you have a way to clean dog poop off of shoes? Or do you have a way of cleaning dog poop?" And I was like, "Off of shoes." I was like, "Yeah, is it from the kid I just sent in?" "Yes." Uh, the fifth grader or the fourth grader? Are you sure it's that kid?" "Yes." And then I responded, "That's not dog poop, but yes." And immediately my phone vibrates and I check it, and it's my principal because she's on the radio too. And she's like, "What kind of poop is it?" And I'm, texting her what kind of poop it is. And I'm like getting, gloves and stuff and things ready to go clean the shoes. And the health assistant comes running in and she's like, "What kind of poop is it?" I just dropped a bunch of shit. Anyways, she comes running and like, "What kind of poop is it?" And I'm like, "Human poop?" And she's like, "No." And I'm like, "Yeah, he had an accident all over the bathroom. I'm gonna clean it up and I'll help with the shoes and stuff." And she's like, "Oh my gosh, he told me it was dog poop." And I was like, he was probably embarrassed, And it was just, it didn't like, look, I have 3 kids. Like, I worked as a caregiver for, memory care. I have dealt with a lot of poop in my life, and it doesn't bother me or faze me, okay? I've literally, like, I was changing adult briefs and stuff, and like, so it just didn't really faze me, but apparently it was a big deal. And that freaked everybody out, and I was just dying. I was dying. I thought it was funny because I don't know, I just didn't think that it was like a big deal and that everybody's like freaking out, "What kind of poop is it? Oh my gosh, she needs to go home," which he did. He was clearly like sick, it it was not normal healthy stool, right? But I thought it was funny. For my blush, if you care, I used my favorite, which is almost gone, you guys. It's so sad. And it's too cool for school. It's from ColourPop. It's a Super Shock. And it's like one of my favorite blushes to pair, especially with greens. And it's almost gone. Sad. That's what I did. And now I'm just using the Charlotte Tilbury flawless finish base base powder, finishing powder for my face. And since I did the Sydney Grace, since this is a Sydney Grace cream eyeshadow collab, I'm going to use the cream eyeshadow. Oh my god, get it together. The Sydney Grace highlighter that Leanna Dalton sent me, which is called Heaven, I believe. and it is so pretty. Ugh, gorgeous. You see it? I don't know if you see it. It is gorgeous. And there's so much. Like, you know how some pans are like not full all the way? This is like filled to the top. Like, stunning. And I'll throw a little on my brow bone. And on my nose. This is such a like, it's like very glowy, but it's also like very natural glow. There's no glitters or anything in it. It's just really, really pretty. For my lips, I'm going to use the Chucky combo from Glamlight. I haven't used it yet, so I want to use it. This is the not Tiffany, but Chucky combo. I had the Tiffany one too. I haven't used it yet either. I'm super stoked to have it. I wasn't gonna get them, and then I really like Glamlight's bullet lippies, and I'm moving towards getting rid of like the lippies I have in my collection that I don't like, because I have a bunch of lippies that I keep, because if I got rid of the lippies I don't like, I wouldn't have very many. No, hey, no. Because I want more bullets. And so, just another reason why I got the Melt Cosmetic bullet. I'm not very good at lip liner yet. This is new to me. It's something that I've noticed as I age that I feel like I need now, but I never used to wear lip liner ever. But that's another reason why I got the $5 bullets from Melt, because I do like their lippies. And I feel like I'm moving towards replacing my collection with stuff that I actually like, and not just keep stuff and use it because I have it, even though I don't like it. Does that make sense? Maybe. I don't know. That is a really pretty color. I haven't used it yet, so I haven't known, what it's going to look like. Spray my face. I need a waterline. This video is going to be so long. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to get back into filming, and I'm really awkward with filming and stuff now. Yeah. And my house is I never have a quiet time in my house to film now. So it's always just kind of loud and makeup and chaos, I suppose. I use this Glimmer Emerald Green eyeliner. I think Renee sent this to me, but I'm not 100% sure. Now I'm gonna do my lashes. Oh, I won't make you watch this. Oh my god, you guys, I am so incredibly blown away right now. I know that I love the shimmers. I know that I've loved them, but oh my god. Can you see that? I don't know if you can. You probably always see is my imperfections, but I don't, can you? Does it, I don't think that my camera can even do these shadows justice. Holy shit. Chef's kiss. I'm blown away. And now it has given me more motivation to use this palette because I was excited for it, but I haven't like reached for it yet. And then now I'm like, oh my God, I need to use it a lot. Anyways, go check out Leanna and Andy because they use the same palette, although ours are probably not in the same order and yada yada. And there might be a couple different colors and they're going to use different shadows. I don't know which ones they're using, but you need to go check them out and see what they did. This idea is just like genius. And I'm blown away again by the generosity of my friends, but also these shadows. Holy shit. Okay, I'm gonna go. Thank you for joining me for this really long, obnoxious, not very planned video. Thank you, Andy and Leanna, for having me. And I'm just gonna go. Bye.